Well, it was very recently that we walked all down, all on the path that I'm onto it itself. When we put up today, I call it parts of a story. You know when you see people and you just recognise them, but then you kind of just get used to it not being there. So my idea, and by the way, it's raining slightly. Either my eyes aren't working well or whatever. Littlest of days out yesterday. Oh, was another part of Brighouse. Because I was always in my head like, it's really humid. I think I'm saying that about the rain. It's actually a nice bit of rain. I'll go out in shorts and t-shirt and then it'll rain. So what you get is you get a monstrous amount of people on that field, eat and get a bit warm, then you've got a breeze to cool you down. And I've realised something, why there were so many birds. Well, easy answer to that. If you look around, the grass has been cut. This is the thing as well, like, I was having those. If you're on a till or if you're on, well, self-serve actually, to be fair, see it though when it's like this, it being too busy. Now whether they're doing like anything from like the Ban Marie, like, anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. I'm just slowly walking around. When I get home, I'm going to, one, charge your phone up, and two, I'm going to do some more, but you can also record like apps. I'm walking home and feeling so I mean, some are like, I literally did 5 hours into a shift, and I would have said I've quit for tea. I had like, bear in mind, before I started work I had a little bit of chocolate. I need to be in that area, recommended weight area. That's better. I just thought, don't want to do it, but yeah. See, I'm actually weirdly now off tomorrow. Like your Ban Marie stuff, your toast. It's only cold items like cold sandwiches, really. And that you typically like 4 and a bit hours. Anyway, time to chop the video up to yesterday to this morning. But then I didn't want to really have anything to eat because I didn't feel hungry. Ate. So I'd lost a bit more than a pound in weight. The washing on. So what I need to do is when I get back, that's till 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I've literally got all day for when I'm doing my 3 shifts in a row. Now I think my mum went shopping, so I can go about freely. It's still for a year, so 30, not 30 but 20. It's funny when I did like my walking womb well. How do you get to there? In a bit, boy. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. I kind of do want to go on a day out, you know. It is Entwistle or North, because I remember when you're not getting scratched to death, Skipton to go to Leeds and then Leeds all the way back. I'm just coughing and Holly keeps stopping in front of us, like whatever. And my dog Chester's like a little bit cooler, but it is still warm. There's a lot of overgrown trees. I've really worn sunglasses, to be fair. I mean, I've not worn my sunnies, but I've worn my other one because it's going to be warm. Well, not warm, but it's going to be sunny. I was kind of in my head of like where to go, and I'm like, well, I'm out of traffic with schools, and again, just so warm. I honestly do not wear my glasses like I used to. I could, you know, with the whole I might think about going out later on. I'll walk roughly with the dogs. And then there's the, right, okay, so there was a girl that I was interviewing, well, not interviewing, her boyfriend is from like around Hebden Bridge area. And then I was like, she was like, oh no, but someone that's not from here, they wouldn't know. So in my head I was like, do I really want to walk up the, now as much as I was like, I want anywhere within the inner shell, like so I really want to be loitering around that area, get towards Elland. And then make my way it directly as opposed to like a circuit. It's me about dodgy, and I'm walking along here. When I get to it and it looks alright, I will probably climb. You're so used to it when it's during the day, you're like, oh I know I'm going. Ah, bloody hell. Anyway, I got some chocolate, I got some salted caramel chocolate, and I got thinking I'm kind of tempted to go right, what do you call it, like Andy Thornton's area. I need to stop him. I think for the whole Halloween thing, it'd be quite cool if some of us staff lot walk down towards Elland. It'll get more and more populated. And we went to Baton's Reservoir, me and my dad, money, you got to stay open to make money. The problem is this, because you're not opening during the rush period. All them people walking down the hill, they're going to come to your shop potentially. Do that. You're basically telling them, go somewhere else. Motivating people to not come to your own business. It's like on YouTube, we're like, okay, people that make money off the internet, you're never going to make money. And then when people are pissed off and you're not going to turn this way, are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Autism is the way forward. YouTube, but won't upload. But yeah, if you can make money off YouTube, you know, I will be uploading every time to make money. It's a common sense. You'd be open. If I'm going to go for a walk tomorrow, actually to be fair, I finish at 8 o'clock. Taking it nice and slow. I mean, the dogs are quite tired this morning, so I'm not doing. And then my mum came to me last night saying like, one about dogs. And I was like, I somehow come up with ideas in my head, like, oh, I'll do a question on that idea. So I was like, well, RSPCA, what does it? Up. I'm going to go down and do that instead. Like some others. I bet there's people up there and all, isn't there? This is the point where I feel like I'm starting to get a bit older. I said to my grandma was like saying like, oh, I would get a Ripenden bus. The grips are really good still, which is a surprising thing. I mean, I put quite a funny one in, which is, what animal is a prairie dog? So I got 2 more questions now. The one in my head that I had was, when was the release date of Marley and Me? I mean, you could be like, oh, in Twilight, what were... They'd be like, wrong, because the wolves. I mean, wolves asked. It kind of would be right, it's fair. I was watching Reaction Reboot and I was watching Poppy's Playtime. Mommy Longlegs. You have a Victor. I think it's PJ Pugapilla. It's a pug. Like, also. So I feel like food might be one. That'd be good. Because if I just search dog food in, when I was coming onto here, I was like, oh, there's a bright green for yourself. But anyway, I'm gonna like Reacts trainers, and like literally only the over and over and over and over again. They're like starting to like go a little bit. And I've wanted for bloody ages to get that drink, and I'm like, well, but I'm slowly getting through my uploads. I've got like. I didn't want anything today. Well, I didn't get out on time. Should have. I literally looked. I was like, there was a second person until because of how busy it was. You see, tomorrow I'm doing 2 till 9. Don't get there shopping. Then I'll be like, stay till 10, and they're like, oh no, go home, go home. They come off till here. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get up in the amount of people coming. They just, you know, actually I looked around, the self-serve was just as bad. But anyway, I felt, I can't even cross it yet. Finishing at 9 tomorrow. Fucking hell, still can't. You know, I can't get my head around how busy it's been. It's been absolutely wasn't really busy. And as soon as it got to like, it was kind of a case of like, how? And I was kind of like, did I actually have too much then? So I don't feel hungry now. I'm going to go with 15:12 in the morning. Fancy going on self-serve now that I've been on there. Shall I pick you up? And I'm like, no, it's alright, I don't need picking up. So I was kind of like, oh, I want to do Google Earth footage. But then when you make the videos, you can remake. So look at Belgium and whatever. And I typically think to myself, I'll do a dog walk in the morning. And then my hours dropped from 33. Yeah, I'm going to quickly wrap up the video. Come December time when it's Christmas period, I'll work extra. Because, hell, I fucking will. Before I go to work. And the answer to that is no. So I did the dishwasher. So realistically, if I take the dogs out for like an hour now, they're getting old. And to be fair, so am I. I think I'm just going through a period where I'm feeling knackered. Like at least 10 o'clock. Mental amount. Dogs weeing. So I see a variety of places of where people keep the change or wander around. gets to 11 o'clock. Plus my feet are still quite sore. I mean, they're not quite sore. I mean, pretty much half of my shift I was on self-serve. It was from 20, I got out at work at 20 past 8. Like I said, not in the question. If I do the 11 o'clock, I'm not going for a long walk this morning. Vape or smoke, regardless of if it's your own. It was putting people off. It was like, you had this like, oh, it's some sweets. With the first customer that came in, it was like, it wasn't even an English person. They were more interested in the person that had money. It looked like they've not got an interest in being there, in there. And I was just like there ready with what it took 5 minutes. I was like, oh, we didn't see it. And I'm like, I've just been stood there. Red pink stilettos and like a pink morph suit and whatever. So yeah, I'm going to make a video on it when I get home. Consistent with my exercise with them. They're like, oh yeah, I actually feel alright now. And Dillon Road, across the river, over my mum wanted a parcel. The only way you're going to vlog today is in fragments. So I had cereal, and then I was kind of in my head. I was kind of like, oh well, I'm not really going to do a day out, you know. God, they're all out in full force today, aren't they? Fuck it. You know, I didn't think having to pee would be so difficult. People are jogging and there's people biking. Feels weird actually looking at the main road. Bain Marie stuff, no like jacket, potatoes or anything like that. Drinks. Like we had hot drinks you can do. Realise the days where I can't vlog outside anymore. Like saying like, oh, I couldn't have really done it. We're in halfway through September. So despite having a sausage roll just now, when they have like 4 or 5 things where you have to do like an X amount of, did you have to do 100? Oh, I couldn't really go to like Norland, I couldn't really go to Sense, because then actually what I can do is the walk with the dogs. So depending on how I feel, I will potentially ask. I mean, if there's enough people until, I'll just go self-serve. Toilet at least in some areas, and you kind of wonder why. And then like, there's parents with them as well that are like, I'm like, it is this Sunday here, over there. All right, I see. So, and there's going to be like a vintage, having to constantly wipe my head and my eyes. How many people can't knack this? There was a guy just walking through with his. There, look, I've got a phone in my hand. I've got. It require a PhD degree. Yeah. So a couple of things for today, even before I've started work. Coulonk Canal, and I walk back through Elland, and like from Foyle Jungle, going slowly through the characters. So it's been up 7 hours, so I posted it at like 6:30. So 7.5 mile no overtake my 2. I wouldn't be kind of surprised if I carried on. If it still says 1000k, or it says 1k, I'm like, yeah. Plus there's a challenge at the moment where it's like, I'll try to get to the very top of 100,000, which is a pet, which I think will be quite cool actually, just to have that. So what I've done, so it goes from 0 to potentially try get to 100,000 characters left to go, and somebody's just broken down at the bottom of the road. There's not, if they've just stopped for a cigarette, the right wheel had just fallen off. No sign of damage, like it's like wheel axis. Like my energy's slowly coming back a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going. I was just gonna be, ow! Right, come back. How does this get so, oh my god. People, oh sorry, that's alright to walk on. I just gave up and stopped filming. That's been unbelievably damaged. Did it rain yesterday? Oh, I need to be so careful. I'm just gonna go straight along here. So even though I'm slightly tired, I'm sort of like making myself go out. Best. Dogs, just keep moving. You see, the annoying thing is I'm not unfit. I need to, because I'm overweight. And you're walking up hills. I've just got such aching muscles in my legs. A little bit today's, well, I don't know. Could go for a day out. I mean, bear in mind, okay, so my mum, for around 11ish, I could then, well, be back at least, I think, for like 4. But I think if my legs are feeling like they are, I already am lighter, but I've just been. So the average amount of calories a man should have, but what I'm doing with that is I'm monitoring like the entire thing has, so instead of having like 600 calories in one, monitor it, like I looked at like, so that's honestly the way forward, the rice cakes. It's rained so much, it's pretty much, if you're falling, for a change we're not going to go down the cat steps, we're just going to go down. Typically with walking it gets easier, like to the point where you've got like really careful on this road though, because it's like, well, one, it's jog. Did not know that bus came down here. Fancy it, and my feet will obviously going to be slippery as well. But that looks real for cars, because there usually is the mix. As you know, the weather's been quite a mix. You know, it's been, and I ain't really walked down here in a while. It'll be very windy day. Also, we're going to have a lot. You notice here, so you notice straight away. And today it's going to be still kind of that. Like, that's the thing, is you stay kind of local to home. Plus, the thing is, the dog's going to have a good run on here. Oh my god, we're going to have a extended super amount of rain. He does. That's how it feels, but it feels like that's to my stomach. Because I was initially in my head, I was like, oh, I've got a day off. Don't really want to go out anyway. I think once the weather starts, I don't feel as much pain. You join the main road. So if I walk down here, do a bit of a loop here, turn around, go to the. Thanks for watching for now. And yeah. Well, it's been a bit of a weird morning because, like, and I wanted to watch it. I don't mind if, yeah, one of my dogs got agitated. I wouldn't eat breakfast. Being out this morning, I still am out this morning. Mass load of traffic, mass load of people, and it is just fucking berserk. You were a bit agitated this morning, weren't you? I ate like 3/4 of it, but then like. So this is why I wanted to get up early, do stuff early, and go out early. I'm praying the woodland is to like beat the rush. If ever, that's the thing. If the entire camp be quiet, because everyone's like, I need to drive, because there's 2 ways to go this way. Woods, and then when you go through the woods, you beat the rush. So I think tomorrow I've got a day off, knowing how it ruins it then slightly. It's like, oh god, like I do. Come on, dogs, keep moving. Wow, I was like, oh great, I'm gonna do it the other way, and it was just really enjoy it at all. I was just like, not really enjoying it. I can't be going to Northern Woods. I can't be going to Greetland area. Yeah, since I've been out this morning, and I had a bit of a surprise, and I need to message work. I just think, dogs keep moving. I don't know if these trailers are waterproof either. I don't think they are. If I use my legs to nudge the dogs, I'll fall, so I've got to shout. And my legs are well itching because I've got areas where it's wet and all, and oh well. Oh, there is somebody on the field. It's different. But what we're going to do, well, it's 2 people with 2 dogs. But we're going to go, people that look bored and that they're ready for death. I've come to this point and gone up the field, like gone up. So I was initially going to be working today. Sunday I'm working, today I'm not. Going to a wedding, and I was like, yeah, so yeah, certainly. And then kind of next week, I am technically doing a shift swap. Instead of being in the, like the self-serve, and which is really quite nice to be fair. So it's been a while since I've been here. I mean, I've walked past it, literally with the same ones where I like saw. So if I do end up just getting yanked back or just stop randomly, there it goes. Oh, it doesn't go further, but you have to go this way. Other one there. Oh look. So you get, there's a couple. Wow. So when I get home, I'm gonna have to put a plaster on my foot because gravestones down here. Now, because if I'm limping, that's not a good sign. I saw. And I need to go. There's another one just there. So there's like 5. Yes, there's quite a lot of gravestones out of here. Drink tasting video, a vlog, or whatever.